Stop scrolling because what Caitlin Clark just did on tape may have shut down the internet. This is the WNBA's comeback. The queen and the king of trick shots. Dude Perfect faced off. And instead of merely competing, she annihilated them. 1. Shot from the nosebleeds, another backwards over the crowd went crazy, and the guy was perfect as he stood motionless in one of them. There was only a net, and the final shot was a full-court bounce pass into the basket while blindfolded. The catch is that this wasn't just a light-hearted video. Insiders claim it was a brand test because behind the scenes, several international corporations fans are yelling that Caitlin Clark is the new trick shot queen as a result of the footage going viral and the huge sponsorship deal that was. Depending on the shoot, before the cameras rolled, before the backflips. Stay tuned to learn who challenged her next and what they said about her beating the lads. This isn't just a viral video. The complete court bombs the blindfolds. There was a challenge and it came right from the top. The setup from hardwood to high pit all started with a simple tweet, "Dude great who in the WNBA thinks they can outshoot us." The kings of outrageous trick shots tweeted. They expected skill, not editing. Caitlin Clark responded with the simple word "me." The message went viral, garnered a lot of retweets and comments. It's picked up by sports networks, and the matchup was immediately set in motion. Shoot stadium. Cameras, and without any cuts, the collaboration was held at a private stadium in Texas and featured real fans. Drones, many views, and no elaborate edits or computer-generated imagery. With Tyler, Kobe, Corey Garrett, and Cody on the roster, Perfect was prepared to defend their title by themselves. Her first trick shot with a laser dash focus. The crowd exploded as a girl from college appeared from the top deck. She is a quick change and is essentially the league's face. She is a 75-foot one-handed swish dot. Caitlin took a step back, grinned, and yelled, "This one's for Iowa." Then she laughed. Dude Perfect, just not a game-on trick. Shot number 2, bounce off the shot clock. Even Tyler from Dude Perfect cried out, "What did we just see?" When the ball was released, bounced off the shot clock, curled left off the glass, and fell clean. The cold reaction from Dude Perfect, her shots piled up. The atmosphere changed. Initially, cheering, then there were end single quotations. T1 member of Dude Perfect even quipped that we could have 2 after this. We changed our name, but what people saw on camera was her tight lips and side glances. She wasn't just excellent, she was better. Brands were observing and offers were rolling in. According to a leaked insider, Nike, Red Bull, and even Amazon Prime Sports were watching the shoot live via private channel in order to determine she could attract audiences that were predominantly male. The video went viral. Caitlyn was offered a 7-figure bonus clause if the video reaches 1 million. 0 views, which is what's going to happen at this rate. And guess what she delivered? Days later, Caitlin's final shot became viral on the internet. She stands at the other end of the court, blindfolded, spins twice, launches the ball with one arm, and it hits the ceiling, bounces, and swings into the goal. The stadium fell silent, and Tyler turned around and remarked, "That's game, she's out." The Indiana Fever are losing because Caitlin Clark is out. Genuine. A fresh challenger then uploaded a video explaining, "Caitlin, I witnessed what you did and I want next." Steph Curry was the one who wanted in. And although those spectators thought it was all fun and games, the behind-the-scenes turmoil was more intense than the trick shots because Caitlin's Steph Curry challenged genuine or PR. Hours after his brilliant performance went viral, it shook people's egos, caused backlash, and prompted a response from the biggest names in the game. Every TV across the nation was illuminated by Caitlin's blindfolded buzzer beater when a very familiar voice said, "I saw that bounce pass. I saw that spin shot." Youth internet went crazy when the video closed with a wink and the hashtag TickShotQueen, Viz, Chef Curry. Let's go full court without any editing. can't be genuine. Caitlyn versus Steph will break. Then came the twist, the $5 million one-off deal that was leaked from YouTube. 2 hours following Steph's video, a PDF contract started making the rounds in Discord forums and group conversations. Is this even legal? Here we go. Applause, watermarked, confidential Prime Sports original Heave, the Hinkle. Heave Originals. The conditions $. to dot, each athlete receives a $5 million base appearance fee, with a $2 million incentive if the video reaches 200 million. You will have the exclusive right to broadcast the video for 2 weeks. A prominent sports agent in Las Vegas tweeted. Let's just say I've seen similar papers this week. Dude perfect, silent but sour dot, even though no representative had verified. The document's legitimacy, what ought to have been a cordial collaboration, abruptly turned into a humiliation. Dude Perfect hasn't publicly congratulated Caitlyn or shared a single behind-the-scenes picture. Fans are beginning to note that they haven't even brought up the viral trick shots on Twitter. One comment beneath their most recent video read, "You got cooked by Clark and now you're acting like it didn't happen." In a now-deleted Instagram story from a cameraman's alt, another fan shared a TikTok demonstrating how Dude Perfect untagged Caitlyn from their post. Ouch, heated DM leaked. She wasn't supposed to do all that. A screen-recorded, direct messaging interaction between two individuals on set was leaked by someone. The producers advised her to keep it light, but she went into full beast mode because they weren't prepared. Let's get this straight. Let the males have this one as straight. Caitlyn wasn't supposed to go A-Lin, but she did, and it exposed everyone on that court. That's not just skill, that's dominance and the gender reaction. It's nice that she did that, but this was always a man thing. Man Perfect created the genre, and now she's stealing it. The video reached 80 million views, and some voices, most of them anonymous, started to complain. It's funny how it's okay when women support men's stuff, but when we outshine stealing. Sit down, Megan Rapinoe tweeted in response to the boys' displeasure at women in sports journalism. Fans of celebrities even retaliated with a comment, "Not stealing." Leading Candace Parker shared a picture of Caitlyn sinking the game-winning jumper. The WNBA attempted to take advantage of her fame and play against the top WNBA teams in a short period of time. Caitlyn's reaction, one phrase, one shot. At the height of the drama, Caitlyn uploaded one reel to her story. She stood in the middle of the court, grinned, and threw the ball from behind the scoreboard. She also sprayed text over the footage, saying, "I'm just getting started." There were no tags or callouts. Simply self-assurance, and that post received 6 million views in 3 hours. So, this isn't just a viral sensation. It's historic, personal, and set to go global. The trick shots were only the start, because the current situation is more significant than sports. YouTube, and anyone could have predicted, a leaked message, a former member, and an admission that might ruin Dude Perfect's golden and ugly former behind-the-scenes member of Dude Perfect, who secretly departed the squad in 2022, has finally broken his silence by publishing an image of themselves anonymously on Reddit under a verified burner. He revealed that they were furious following the Caitlyn shoot, claiming that she overshowed off and made them appear weak. One even remarked that she was fortunate that we allowed her on our platform. The post featured blurry screenshots of internal conversation logs. But one statement stood out. Next time, no unscripted collaborations, no WNBA drama. The thread was removed within 30 minutes. However, Dude Perfect's PR staff falls silent in screenshots everywhere. Fans waited for a reaction, but instead of responding or clearing the air, Dude Perfect's team took another action. Fans saw right away that they were acting as that had never happened after they removed comments from their most recent video and disabled tags on IGR, which pulled Caitlyn from their YouTube thumbnail. Why are you also afraid of a single lady whose basketball sponsors are keeping a careful eye on her? Insider rumors claim Monster Energy and Under Armour had ideas for product placement. Comments on the Caitlyn Dude Perfect video. Caitlin Clark is the reason for the WNBA's popularity and the fever, but they're now reconsidering their strategy. Why? Because of a single leaked email that was revealed by a sponsor marketing team whistleblower. I'll let you read. Our company cannot afford to be caught in a storm of gender backlash. Clark versus the brothers is a story that is currently trending in Europe, Australia, and even on Japanese sports TikTok, with titles like "The Business Side of Fun Trick Shots Got Political International Attention." The master of trick shots, Caitlin Clark, breaks the boys' club. Even Ronaldo's PR team shared a tape with the remark, "Respect the skills, no matter who's wielding the," and Caitlin is becoming a symbol of dominance in male spaces. The debate is now global. ESPN's Get Up to Sports analysts break it down. The analysts nearly fought over it. Retorted this was supposed to be lighthearted fun, but she turned it into a takeover. The other retorted, no, they disregarded her and she made them look foolish. Even Stephen A. Smith said that Caitlin Clark didn't ruin Dude Perfect. Rather, she ruined the notion that women should in the midst of the ruckus. Steph Curry reposts Caitlin's blindfolded trick shot on Instagram with the remark, "Never play second tier." That repost helped Caitlin's original trick shot surpass 120 million views. One more twist. Just as things start to calm down, another difficulty arises. Recognized game. No fluff. No extra dot this time. There are stakes involved. A mystery sports. Influencer with 2 million YouTube subscribers broadcasts a mysterious video with a blank screen and one sentence that reads, "I watched her cook. Dude Perfect. I want in." The next shot lands in 5 days. Who is it? What's the task? And why are producers claiming that this upcoming confrontation might be dangerous? Here's a link to a countdown clock. The internet has completely exploded. What began as a lighthearted collaboration between Caitlin Clark and Dude Perfect has turned into a full-fledged cultural conflict between fans and haters of athletes and celebrities. Influencers, everyone has something to say. And nobody is keeping it to themselves. More well-known than any NBA player of this generation. The hashtag Clark Snaps hit more than 250 tweets in 6 hours. One post went viral. And people were furious after she hit a blindfolded 3 from the rafters. Another tweet received 9 likes. In an hour, tot. Not all tweets were positive, though. One now deleted remark from a verified basketball podcaster said, "Fun's fun, but let's not forget that Caitlin Clark just walked into the boys' playground and changed the rules." Q Rage responds, "Why do you guys always move the goalpost when a woman dominates? Pretend that trick shots are equivalent to GOAT status. Chill. We'll call her Player X, a budding WNBA star." Wrote a not-so-subtle insult after Q cheered for the guy flawless for 15 years. Now you're uncomfortable. Although Caitlin was not named in the tweet, the timing was unmistakable. Within minutes, fans attacked her noisy sis out of jealousy. Meanwhile, some of us are practicing real game skills rather than circus shots. You're tweeting from the bench while Caitlin is over here creating history. Maintain the same enthusiasm as she drops 40 on your team. Celebrities join the chaos, Kevin. Heart shared. Megan Thee Stallion tweeted Queen Energy, but only Jack Harlow replied, "I'd shoot with Caitlin any day." Even Snoop Dogg shared in response to the uproar. Caitlin Clark had these fellas shook. Caitlin Clark breaks more than records and expectations. Her full court photo with the caption, "Damn, read." Headlines everywhere, I ask. TMZ Sports, did Dude Perfect really lose? Outperformed the New York Times, the trick shot that went viral. Barstool, Clark is better than Dude Perfect, according to the internet. Therefore, think pieces and discussion shows are exploding. Pundits are consuming this content. Has Caitlin Clark officially crossed over into superstar status. Was the title of a whole section that Undisputed ran? The first take included 3 male guests who were all engaged in argument. The sole female guest expressed what we're all thinking. If she hadn't missed those shots, you guys would have dragged her. Now she hits them, and Big Tiama Bowl shared a story on Caitlyn's last trick shot with the caption, "We'd like to talk seriously," and Nike placed a new banner on their website. Suddenly, she's too serious. Please brand reacts Gatorade. A shooter and a showstopper are rumored to be creating an advertisement called Built Different. Fans are divided, and OBSCC comment sections are overflowing. Caitlin Clark is a marketing dream. She is flawless, humbled, and resilient. She is making history and not holding back. But I also regret the days when trick shots were just for fun, whether it's entertainment or a TED presentation. One thing is certain, people are watching, commenting and chatting nonstop. Just when it seemed like the smoke might finally dissipate, Firestorm ignites dots. And this time, it's about a power transfer rather than just shots, views, or even Dude Perfect. However, the Indiana Fever ticket pricing for Game's over. They now states that the get-in price for the Skyverse Fever game on June 7th was $86. It's just 48 hours ago. But it has already fallen 42% in the last 2 weeks since. Caitlin Clark's injury news. Following Caitlin Clark's injury declaration, a reliable Hollywood entertainment insider who is known for leaking Netflix and Caitlin Clark's own trick shot program revealed a bombshell. Amazon Prime is reportedly inactive in negotiations to contract Caitlin Clark for an exclusive female-led trick shot reality series titled Beyond Prime Agreements before they go public. The arc, The Caitlin Clark Effect. The idea of worldwide head-to-head competitions featuring prominent athletes, celebrity appearances, and, yes, trick shots that would make Dude Perfect blush. But here's the twist. Aerial insiders now claim that Dude Perfect rejected the idea when the series was first proposed to him, and they passed, claiming earlier this year that the market is oversaturated. With trick shots, they are now witnessing Caitlin Clark use their reputation as a springboard, and according to a source close to their camp, they're not happy because they didn't think she would blow up like this. Now that she's taking everything they've created and turning it upside down, Caitlin's team makes its move. 3 important content deals have already been rejected by Caitlin's representatives, according to an unidentified entertainment agency. Dude Perfect was considering one with Nike ladies, but she won with Metarel's ad, one involving a crossover with Olympic athletes. Reason given conflict of brand direction. Translation, she's boxing them out. Strategically, social media fans expressed their disinterest in watching the games if she wasn't present, which led to a sharp decline in Dude Perfect's subscriber count. Weren't going to watch on TV, and they weren't going to attend the stadium. According to reports, Dude Perfect has lost more than 120,000 YouTube followers in just 48 hours since the outcry started. The message, the queen of trick shots, however, has arrived, and Caitlin Clark's personal channel, which previously only carried teasers, has tripled in subscribers overnight. One final astonishing change of events. Late last night, one of Dude Perfect's members uploaded and promptly removed this Instagram story. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn to respect excellence. Even when its screenshots abound, and fans are now calling for a whole apology video. One YouTube remark has received 4,000, 5,000 likes. Don't keep quiet. I say your name, according to several sources. Caitlin has already filmed the first episode of her solo trick shot series, and the first guest appearance. She is the crown cliffhanger. If that's the case, LeBron James. Then opening her program with the king himself isn't merely a spin-off. It's a takeover. What happens to Dude Perfect? It's possible that the genre they created will never be theirs. Again, this was a takeover, not just a collaboration. Caitlin Clark didn't enter Dude Perfect's realm. turned it on its head and claimed it for herself. One blindfolded photo, one viral sensation, and now a whole empire is in turmoil. Dude, Perfect is losing subscribers. Caitlin Clark is becoming well-known worldwide. And full Trickshother series alone is set to be discontinued. The world is observing everything as it happens, and we now ask you. In real time, was it merely a friendly conflict gone wrong? Caitlin's intention to overthrow them was always the future of female trick shots, or did Dude Perfect just produce the most significanter in their professional lives? Underestimate her. Please have a look. Currently, the comments smash that. Leif, do you believe Caitlin Clark recently made a history hit? Subscribe as her next LeBron? James' trick is about to be set. The internet is burning, but it's not over yet. This is just the start, because she makes shots that Clark doesn't miss. Assertions there are plenty suitable Caitlin Clark's attention and the fever in Indiana. And we discovered that over the weekend's fever storm can test through 2.2 million viewers, which is enormous. So you can't ignore that connectedness of Caitlin Clark's performance basketball. Thou those who wish to observe Theo come if she's playing.